What was the most pleasing aspect for you over the 4 days?
I think not just these 4 days, but for the whole series. I think the find of the series has to be Hanuma Vihari. The way he's batted under pressure, especially, and on a much more challenging wicket here in Jamaica than Antigua. I think his skill sets were outstanding. His temperament and his technique were, top notch, and he countered everything that the opposition threw at him. So very, very pleased with the way he's come about, and the bowlers outstanding as ever. But Ajinkya Rahane as well, getting back into the runs. I think we had a complete test match, put under pressure a few times, especially when we were batting. Came back really nicely into the game. Just rode that tide for a bit, the pressure from the opposition, and then waited for the situation to get better and then accumulate runs. So I think that's what Test cricket is all about. That's what our patterns and our habits have been all about. When put under pressure, find ways to come out of that situation and really, put the situation in your team's favor and then capitalize when the pressure is on the opposition. So I think we've done that really well. Some of the younger guys coming in as well, grabbing their opportunities. So as a test team, I think we are placed really nicely and very confident about how we're going about our things.
Captain Virat, talk a little bit about his performance, outswingers in Antigua, in-swingers here, just perfect bowling.
Well, yes, I mean, there's not much you can say about Jasprit, the way he's been bowling. All we can say is we're really lucky to have him in our team. Very rarely do you find a pack of bowlers who are hunting together and bowling for each other, bowling in partnerships. If you see today, he had a bit of a niggle, but came in, just bowled 3 overs in a spot, did the job for the team when he was in pain as well. It's not all about just going for wickets all the time. It's about bowling in partnerships. But when he gets some kind of momentum, then you can see what he can do in 5-6 overs with the new ball, which we saw in the first innings. I haven't seen many more lethal spells than that in the last couple of tests than those 2 spells by Bumrah. And as a batsman, you feel like standing in slips. You can feel for the batsmen who are playing him because he confuses you with angles, with swing. He'll set up for the outswinger, bowl in swingers, and it's coming at pace. And then he can hit you with bouncers as well. So I think he's probably the most complete bowler in world cricket right now.
You took 2 wickets in the first session today, 6 more to get. Could you talk about the passage of play that led to the wicket of Blackwood with 7-2 field with Jadeja and Seamer from the other end?
Well, look, when we got a couple of wickets early, we thought we can push for a few more. But I think Blackwood came out and played nicely along with Brooks. And it was important for us to, after the break, to bring the situation back. And in Test cricket, invariably, when you string in so many dot balls and 5-6 good overs, 5 maidens out of that, invariably you get a wicket. So I think that's a template we've been following. We prepare accordingly. That if conditions are hot and humid and it's difficult, the bowler should be able to bowl in a spot even when they're tired. So I think those skills came out in that situation, and when we got the breakthrough, then we were all over them.
Could you talk about the Jadeja spell itself, like how he delivered for you? Eventually he got the wickets too, but that spell where he strung, I think, 18 or 20 deliveries with the 7-2 field.
Yeah, look, it's the control we can bank on with Jadeja. He's probably been our most consistent and most accurate bowler away from India, and there's a reason why he's constantly playing in the 11 because he gives you control. Even when the wicket's not supporting his bowling, he still gives you control. So as a batsman, when the bowler's pitching the ball in areas where you can get out constantly, even if it's not turning so much, he's always in the game, and that's his USP. With the bat, with the ball, and in the field, there's no one better than him in the world. So he's just in a great zone right now. He's willing to contribute for the team all the time, and you can see that he wants the ball. He wants to do the job for the team, and when a guy is bowling like that and he's in that mindset, then your job becomes easy.
I've seen Bumrah right from IPL play. So I mean, in terms of the progress he makes progress rapidly. Have you seen such a leap of evolution in anybody?
Well, it's the mindset. When you put your mind to a certain thing, you strive towards it. He definitely wants to be the best bowler in the world, and there's no question about it. He's molded his life like that. He's molded his discipline, his work ethic, the way he trains, the way he takes care of his diet, the way he bowls as much as he has to. He has absolute control of what he's doing. So when he steps onto the field, he knows how much he can contribute for the team. And as I said, it's really pleasing to see a guy who was tagged as a T20 specialist first, and then he came in and took over the one-day scene, and now he's taking over Test cricket. So he's proving people wrong that there's a set template for every format. If you have belief, you can play all 3 formats of the game, and I totally vouch for that as well. So He definitely has the mindset to succeed and excel in all formats, and he wants to be the best in the world.
Because he's a captain's delight.
Sorry, after him.
What do you make of the concussion substitute? It's only a month into the experiment. What do you make of it? Because we've had only 2 test matches, all of a sudden people are getting concussions. What do you make of the whole concept of concussion substitutes?
Well, I think it makes sense. I mean, if a guy is look, Test cricket, it's very different because on that day you can play, but when you come out the next day, it's a different situation altogether. AB got hit in the IPL this year against Mumbai, against Jasprit. And then on the night he played, he was fine, and the next day he was dizzy waking up. So I think it makes total sense in Test cricket because when you wake up the next day, you're totally different from what you were on the day that you get hit, and that's what concussion does to you. So I'm all for it. I mean, if a guy has had a bad hit, that next day is critical, and if he's not in a good shape, you can't put out a guy again when he's dizzy. It can get dangerous. So I think it makes total sense to take a sensible call, and I'm sure the guys who have chosen the substitute would have felt a massive difference in what they felt the day before to the next day when they wake up.
Do you think the ICC should start then making teams name substitutes rather than having them named or thought of them during the match? Like before a match starts, you should name who your concussion substitutes were for batting and bowling.
Well, I think it should be an open choice to choose any kind of batter that you can. I mean, you only have 15, 16 people in the squad, so you don't have more than 5 people to choose from, and invariably 3 of them will be bowlers, 2 of them will be batters, or sometimes an extra keeper. So I don't think there's too much choice there. So whatever substitutes you have, you choose from that. I think 4 or 5 substitutes is good enough to choose from.
Captain, a perfect start to the World Test Championship. So, award on the series comes up in South Africa. How will this series sort of act as a all sorts of positives?
Well, we are looking forward to the Test series against South Africa as well because we've started well, and the good thing is that we look forward to play Test cricket and play in a similar fashion that we have here and really capitalize on the momentum that we have. I know it's not going to be easy, we're going to be put under pressure, but we are looking forward to those kind of situations and look forward to handling pressure at the international level. And we just love playing Test cricket, that's all I can say, and we want to improve and keep improving as a side.